19 Valtteri Merelä, 27 Christian Tanus, 33 Veli-Matti Vittasmäki.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Hakametsa Stadium in Tampere, Finland for Champions Hockey League Game Day 6 action between Tappara and Skellefteå AIK. These teams getting together to close out a home-and-home. The winner will take top spot in Group E. While Tappara can rest a little easier knowing the lowest they can finish is second spot with a loss. Skellefteå, they don't have the same safety net. Things don't go their way. The Swedes can finish as low as third and miss the playoffs altogether. Adding to their challenge, their CHL points leader Adam Maskren is going to sit this one out due to a suspension after an incident in an SHL game on the weekend. So much to play for. Get comfortable. We should be in for a good one as you look at the lineups for today's game. And it will be Christian Halyanko getting the start in goal for the home side. He was lifted from the game between these two teams last week, a 6-1 victory for Skellefteå, but returns to get the start in this game. He is the undisputed number one for head coach Jussi Tappara. Here's a look at what the visitors will present today, with head coach Robert Olsen guiding things behind the bench. And you see Tom Kunak, a two-time Stanley Cup champion, moving up on that line with Leubel and Moller to try and make up for the aforementioned absence of Adam Maskren. We'll turn things over to the public address system, get your national anthems, and then first period play-by-play from Tampere.
Arvoisa yleisö, nouskaamme kuulemaan ensin Ruotsin kansallislaulu ja sitten Suomen kansallislaulu. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Sweden, followed by the national anthem of Finland.
Here we go, game day 6, Group E. Everything to play for in this one. The top two teams in the group getting together. First place is on the line. The winner will get that top seat moving on to the draw on Friday. There is Christian Halyanko getting set to go. 21 saves on 27 shots against Skellefteå last Tuesday. But really couldn't be faulted for his performance. The team with a lot of turnovers and careless puck management at concern. Down at the other end, his counterpart today for Skellefteå AIK. We see Gustav Lindvall slated to start in this one today. Some contradictory information to that leading into the game, that Strauss Mann would get the start for the visitors. Both goaltenders have been exceptional for the teams in SHL play and in the CHL. Skellefteå has been extremely stingy defensively, particularly on the domestic front, with 9 goals against in 8 SHL games. There's Robert Olsen, who made it clear before the game today they expect Lugano to win the game against Eisbären Berlin later on, so he wants to leave nothing to chance. His team, without question, believes it has to win this game to advance to the next round. Giving themselves a real opportunity with that big success against Tappara 1 week ago at Skellefteå Kraft Arena. Skellefteå has finished tops in their group every appearance in the Champions Hockey League and never missed the playoffs. 6 appearances out of 7 competitions for Skellefteå when it comes to CHL, and Tappara has been there each and every time. The 2 teams are to center ice, and we're set to go with 2 nations renowned for their hockey rivalry, putting up some of their best club teams in a battle for top spot in Group E. It's what the Champions Hockey League is all about. Possession to the guests early on. There's the top scorer, Joakim Lindström, playing the puck ahead, of course, with a hat trick and an assist in the victory 1 week ago in Sweden. Quickly through neutral ice, back into the Skellefteå zone, shot just wide. Another opportunity from close range, and the goaltender will pounce and hold. Lindvall settling things down in the defensive zone. Pacey early action between the teams. Lindvall in the Champions Hockey League with a 3.04 goals against and a .901 save percentage this week. 24 saves in the victory over today's opponent last time around. Janssen can't get the draw for the guests. Angle shot sizzled over the top and takes Tappara back into their own zone. In the Skellefteå end, close quarters along the boards, trying to find an escape route. It's worked out to neutral territory. Sweeping it ahead, Richard Hoog. Love to establish an early forecheck with Skellefteå. Easier said than done. What a wild first period it was in the first half of the home and home. 5 goals between the teams, 4 of them to Skellefteå. Just after Patrick Virta tied the game at 1 for Tappara, 3 straight for Skellefteå to take control of the game. I expect a blowout in this one. Oscar Moller, the great veteran, against the end boards. Such a leader for this Skellefteå club. Heads back defensively now with that puck escaping everybody in the home colors. Icing is called. Michael Kapla gets his feet wet in this one. Led the Allsvenskan, the 2nd division in Sweden, and time on ice last year. He was a critical player for his team and a great development experience for him as well. Takes on a big role with Skellefteå. Virta and Leubel at the dot, back towards the line. Kapla can't hold it in. Skellefteå back into their own zone. They'll push it out between the blue lines. Christian Kuselan, the top scorer jersey for the home side with 7 points. All of them assists so far. The Champions Hockey League 21-22 edition. Errant pass forces Skellefteå back deeper into its own zone. Good transition ahead. Sundsvik with that big goal last week. A big push in across the line. Rejected by the Tappara defense, and now they go to the attack. They've got some numbers. Here's a look and a good stop off the drive in close. Lindvall with a big response early on. Keeps his concentration and pushes a follow-up aside. That developed quickly for Tappara. And Lindvall showed he's on his game. They're going to need good goaltending if they're going to win at Tappara. And if they're going to seize top spot in that preferred seed in Friday's draw. Another look from the right circle, this time up high. Feel the intensity picking up. Game was pacey early, but now there's that physicality. An edge to it. Merila in front, off the doorstep. Jam to the net, didn't get to the cage. Good pressure here from the home team. A blast and a key block. Good defensive play there to get in the way from Melker Karlsson, former San Jose Shark. Dealsby will settle it before starting ahead. Goal and assist in game one between the teams. Tappara tries the far side, can't get out, bounces off the end boards. Helyanko was watching. The play carries on. Linus Karlsson in the corner, worked it back towards the line. Tappara to the attack once more. Into the corner, Platzer, the former Oiler draft pick. Puck caroms to the side of the net, and the netminder Lindvall will get his team a chance to refresh by holding on. Merila behind the net, he got it out in front to a dangerous spot. Tyler Morley was there. Expect to see those guys combine again, and then here's that chance a few moments ago. And the shot snapped off the rush from Rauhala. With 8 points in Liga already this season, no surprise that he's an early threat. Out of the corner, Kusala in front, and they score. What a play. Driving the net was Virta. The pass right on the money from their key playmaker. And it's an early goal for Tappara. Something they didn't experience in the last game. They've got the game's first goal. Puck down low, and nobody gets to Kusala quickly enough. Virta knows right where to go. And what's Lindvall going to do? Expert finish. So in the push for first in Group E, it's Tappara striking first. .413 of the opening period, all it takes to get us some offense. And maybe we shouldn't be surprised. Tappara has scored 5 or more 3 times in their 5 CHL games. It was that dry outing last week in Sweden that was the exception to the rule. That's their 27th goal in the group stage. They're back looking for more. Virta from Kusala at .413. The first offense in this one. Don't expect it to be the last. At the Tappara line. D to D. And off they go. Lindstrom trying to stand up the rush from the neutral zone. Did an effective job, and we get a whistle stopping the play. As Petteri Puhakka gets a feel for this one. The 20-year-old won a World Junior Championship bronze medal for Finland at the most recent Under-20 Worlds. Robert Olsen, perhaps a little concerned with the flow of things early. The shots 4-0, the score 1-0. But lots to go in this one. And we saw the explosiveness of Skellefteå last week. 7 seconds after they had given up the tying goal in that game, they went out in front 2-1. More work for Lindvall, and he continues to look sharp. Some pressure in that Skellefteå zone is relieved. Up ice it goes. Helyanko out of the net. Picked up by Lindstrom. Lindstrom to the line. Kudos the shot. Save. There's a rebound, and it's not picked up by the guests. Little relief for Tappara. As that second chance looked like it had potential to cause some serious problems. Up ice pressure, that's what they're after, the SHL side, who won 2-1 at Örebro on Saturday after a 4-1 win at Timrå on Thursday. Things going well on the domestic front for Skellefteå. Not the same for Tappara, but Champions League is what's on their mind right now. They can finish first in this group. Either side can with a victory. Morley out of the corner, picked off, boards and out. Back into the D zone, a little pressure up ice, not enough to stem the tide, and through the neutral ice area now. Tappara dispossessed, quickly ahead, but numbers there for the home side. Driving to the net, Jonsson couldn't put it to the goal. There's a shot netward, and now a bit of a flurry. This is better from Skellefteå. Want to play up ice, they want to spend time in that attack zone, and they need to get pucks to the net. Bit of a battle in that right circle. Finding it is Moller, former Los Angeles King, away from the checking. Unable to exit the zone. And finally, it scoots free. And possession for Vielsby. Winds away from the forecheck. Look at the orange shirts stacked up along that offensive blue line, and nowhere to go for the Swedish side that's going to take the icing call. Oscar Moller, captain of the team, 26 points last year. Make that 26 points in 87 NHL games. Important contributor to the team last year. Recognized again for his leadership skills. You see that little push around the Tappara goal from a few moments ago. Now an equipment issue for the netminder Lindvall. Just getting another stick, and maybe just buying a little time as well, allowing his team to clear its head, find its feet, come into this game a little more. Puck extricated from the corner to the line it goes, flipped towards the net, redirected and just wide. Lindvall nervously looking over his shoulder. Tappara in the slot, the shot to the cage, bouncing loose in front. Skellefteå can't get it out. Kinnunen puts it to Kusala. Back to Kinnunen. It'll come to Kinnunen once more. Long drive. Lindvall stops it. Moller wants it. He's going to get it out. Took a hit to make the play. Very promising from Tappara. Lost for the first time in that game 1 week ago. They had 2 wins, and 2 wins coming beyond 60 minutes prior to that. So 4 straight victories in one form or another for the Finnish side until they defeat 1 week ago. In behind the Skellefteå cage, up around the boards, held in. A promising start continues. Tappara, a modest 15 points from 11 games in Liga to sit in 8th spot, but certainly have been on form in the Champions League. And speaking of form, how about the game they played in the league on Saturday? They struggled, as I mentioned, to be as strong as they'd like to be domestically, but won 8-2 at Jukurit, outscoring their opponent 6-0 over the last 2 periods. And the guy who got the scoring started today, Patrick Virta, with a big contest. He had a goal and 3 helpers. So maybe that Liga triumph, a bit of a springboard into this one. Coming up on the midway mark of period 1. Tappara on top as Veli-Matti Verismäki, the 13th year Liga player, settles things down. Head on the boards on the right hand side for Bertrand. He can't get out. Comes back to the right wing for the French international, slid it ahead. And then back to Bertrand once more down the right wing. He'll play it to the line. The long shot off the stick of Salmonen bounced around in tight as we see a stick go flying through the air. Skellefteå wanted a penalty. It's not coming. Haven't seen a power play in the game so far as we get in the back half of period 1. Right side for Kusala. Gives it off, gets it back, will send it down the wall into the circle. Back for Kusala, skating well, pushed off his stick. Skellefteå really hasn't got their skating legs going in the first period. Shoot in by Leubel, chased after by Kunakel, the two German internationals on the same line in this game, with Adam Maskeren, their top scorer in the Champions Hockey League, out due to suspension. Back the other way it comes once again, a consistent theme in the game. Pulled off the end board, sent out in front. Lindvall alert. Controlled at the line, the long shot hit a leg in front. Desperate to get after the rebound, Moller can't clear the shot. Lindvall to save. Follow-up chance, and that one whistles just wide. Tappara really with their foot on the pedal here. Skellefteå will feel fortunate perhaps to be down just by a single goal. Knocked ahead on the left wing. Sundsvik chips it forward. Chasing after it, hustling along the boards, wanting to play up ice, Linus Lindstrom. But right back in the Skellefteå zone it goes. The shot's at 8-2. For the home side, here's the break though. Sundsvik is in to the backhand, and he is denied, but the arm of the referee goes up, and the game's first penalty is on the way. There's the touch, the change of possession, the whistle blows, and it's a slashing call to Tappara. So the home side with the lead, but they'll be down a man when play resumes. Well, lots of talk over that Skellefteå bench, as you'd anticipate. Trying to find a way to get back into this game, get the energy up. And they'll get some help with that with the power play. Slashing minor to Satu Kinnunen leads the game's first man advantage. Finns in the power play, the Swedes in the power play, 2 for 13 so far in the CHL. And not able to get things started the way they would have liked. They earned the power play on the speed by Sundsvik, who did a nice job to split the defense and head in on goal. That threat led to the reaction from Kinnunen. Tappara 12 for 16 on the penalty kill in the tournament to this point. Played ahead on the right off the stick of Nielsen. Hard around, available on the boards, hotly contested by a couple from each side. Skellefteå finds it, works it to the right circle. Moller in the bumper spot. Lindstrom on the right, bounces out in front. They'll jam in close, can't get it to the net. Follow-up whack off the target. To the line, cross ice, and a good read defensively. That stick breaking things up. And Lindstrom will come right back in with it. Joakim Lidström, 4 points last week, including that hat trick. Here's a shot. Heljenko ready to turn it away. Back at the line, Nielsen dished. Cross ice from Hauerluck. The shot, they score on the power play. Big goal from Lidström. Skellefteå outplayed for the bulk of this opening period of play, and they score on the man advantage to tie the game at 1. Huge response from the guests from Sweden. Nielsen to Hauerluck. Hauerluck takes the defense his way, then goes cross ice, and Lindstrom picks the corner. 4 goals in 4 periods for Joakim Lindstrom against Tappara. So that's big from Skellefteå. Looking for something to go on after a really dry first chunk of the opening period. And they dig in on the power play and tie the game up. 1-for-1 with the extra skater on their 3rd man advantage goal of the CHL season. Lidström from Hauerluck and Pudas, the official word on the goal. Remember, team co-points leader in the CHL, Adam Maskren, out due to suspension. They find a way and have got this one all square. Back at it, Tappara, trying to reestablish that 5-on-5 excellence. Slowed up as they cross the line. Coming up on 5 minutes to go on the opening stanza. Lindvall peering over his shoulder, comes right out in front. He reacts quickly to take the angle away. Or Tappara might have gone back on top. And after that scramble in the D zone, whistle blows quickly. That's because a penalty has been called for slashing. Skellefteå sends a man to the box. Special teams have been important. And the one instance in the game so far, we'll see if they play a prominent role again on the other side of this break. So the first power play of the game for the home team underway. Shot from distance doesn't make it to the net. In the circle for Bertrand. Into the line, and they'll work it along the boards. Skellefteå has them where they want them now at the perimeter. Tappara finding a way through on the long shot from the line from Brady Austin. He was looking for a redirect or a screen, and in the end, pretty easy for the goaltender Lindvall. Austin with a good shot. There's nobody there, able to make it a little tougher for the goaltender. Simon Robertson in the box on that slash. He'll look on nervously here as the man advantage resumes. Kusala, who set up the opening goal of the game, wearing that top scorer jersey, had it along the wall. He gets it back, shovels it on. Off the goal line they come, jammed in tight, and Lindvall is there to ensure that Tappara doesn't get their lead back. Power play continues, plenty of time left. Kusala in a dangerous spot, plays it off, and they score. Or do they? Waved off instantly. The referee off to the side of the goal, very quick to give that washout signal. Lindvall reacted as well. He was pointing. He felt he was interfered with. And we'll get another look. A bump right there on Lindvall. Guiding the netminder back a little bit was Valtteri Merila as he came to the top of the crease. So they will take this to video review. Maybe a little early to talk about a turning point, but certainly an important element of this opening period and in the game so far. Here's Lindvall's vantage point. Comes out to try and read the puck. He gets bumped into there by Merila. And all of a sudden it's steered in. Now was the goaltender moving into the attacking player moving into the goaltender, while the referee sides with the goalie. And it's no goal. The game remains tied at 1. So that'll come as a relief to Robert Olsen, hired back in May after 5 years with Djurgårdens. New coach, lots of turnover with the team. 12 players left after last season, 6 of them with the NHL deals. Real tradition of excellence at Skellefteå. And a real pride in playing homegrown players. 12 of the 24 on the roster played junior hockey with Skellefteå. And they would love to find a way to win this one to ensure they advance and get a favorable seat when the draw is made. Here's a break down the wing. Good work from Kapla to pack it the attacking end. In the corner for Carlson, who took a hit in the back. Coming up on a half minute to go in the Tappara power play. Get into the Skellefteå zone. Scramble for possession. Pouncing on it, Kapla, and he'll clear. That's important for Skellefteå late in this advantage. Tulala under pressure. Really good work up ice here. Rickard Hoog, the former Kitchener Ranger junior in the Ontario Hockey League in Canada, was up ice. More time off the clock, and that should do it on the first power play of the game for Tappara. Teams are back at full and even strength as we get inside the final 3 minutes of the first period. Final game of the group stage for these teams, battling it out for first as the puck hops over the boards and out of play.
De kommer öppna för mer för 4, 2 och 3. Engelska attack.
Hey, Jace. As soon as you got control of the puck in own zone, go with your number 5.
Just go.
Okay?
Yeah.
Really? Okay?
So start skating.
Your number 5. Push on zone.
Yeah, push, just push, yeah. Then we create more space for the team.
So tactics being discussed at the Skellefteå bench as they look for a way to transition more quickly from defending to attacking. Pose more of an offensive threat. They have not spent a lot of time in that Tappara zone outside of the power play. Shots on goal are 9-4 for the home team, but it's all tied at 1 thanks to the Lindstrom power play goal at 13:36. Patrick Virta opened the scoring at 4:13. Here's Lindstrom in across the line. He looked backside, sends it off the boards. Rotation along the wall. See a bit of a line juggle here. Puck out to the center ice area. Up for grabs, Skellefteå as far as their own line. Moller loses his footing. Play allowed to carry on, no penalty coming. Tappara really making it difficult for Skellefteå to get speed through neutral ice and set up at the offensive end. Look at that high orange line. So they try getting in behind and tracking it down, but icing is called. And they'll go back to the Skellefteå zone. Tom Kunackle Great experience. 2 cups, Stanley Cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins. More than 230 NHL games with Pittsburgh and the Islanders. And a valuable influence on this team, getting a chance to step up a bit in responsibility in the absence of Maskren today. Platzer at the dot pulls it right back. They work to the middle, don't get a shot away. Now a drive comes to the net, off the stick of Salminen. Nielsen up the boards for Skellefteå. On to center. Back into the Tappara zone it goes. 90 seconds to play in the opening stanza. Game's even at 1. Turnover in neutral territory. That was the Achilles heel for Tappara in the opening game. Just careless with the puck. Offed it up under pressure and really presented opportunities to Skellefteå. Flip side of that, of course, Skellefteå doing a nice job to put the pressure on. Tables seem a bit turned in this first period as far as the team that's able to establish its forecheck, its neutral zone play. All even at 1. Playing in the last minute of period 1 at the Hakametsä Arena. Tampere, Finland, the site of this Group E decider. Down the ice it goes. Whistle blows to stop the play. Conversation there from the veteran Kusala with the official. 20th year in Liga. When you've been around that long, you get to talk to the officials. And a big point producer in the CHL. We're talking top 5 all time when you talk about Christian Kusala. Virta at the face-off up against Linus Lindstrom. Back to the line it goes, and they score! Shot from distance through a crowd. It's off the stick of Pudas and behind Heljenko. And in a period where Tappara has executed their game plan to perfection, it's Skellefteå with the lead, with the period almost complete. Face off 1, pass back to the line. There's the long shot, and you could tell Heljenko just could never pick it up cleanly. Lindstrom, Sundsvik, back to Nielsen. And in behind it goes. There's the wrister, and that definitely changed course along the way. Sundsvik going to the net, and it looks like it paid off for him. It certainly has paid off for the team. 19:24, the time of the goal. 2 straight in the period for Skellefteå. Now the final 20 seconds of the period. An opportunity for Tappara to pull even, or for Skellefteå to surprise even further and work against the flow of the action and extend their advantage as it comes to Heljenko, and he holds on. That one face-off so key. Simple stuff from Skellefteå, but effective. Sundsvik credited with his 4th of the competition. And the shot from the line provided by Pudas. So 2-1 for the guests as the seconds drain in the first 20. That will do it. The horn to complete the opening period of play at Hakametsä Stadium with first place in Group E on the line. The winner will take that coveted spot, and the edge goes to the guests from Sweden, Skellefteå, with a 2-1 lead on a late first period goal from Sundsvik. That followed up the goal from the veteran Joakim Lidström on a power play. And it's Skellefteå 2 and Tampere 1 after 1. Virta with the tally for the home side. He got the scoring started. Tappara will feel more of the same, should serve them well. Skellefteå perhaps feeling they got a bit of a break in that first period. They've got themselves the lead after 20. Back inside Hakametsa Stadium, Tampere, Finland. Tappara playing host to Skellefteå AIK in the final game of Group E for both of these teams, with first place going to the winner. And so far, Skellefteå has the edge by 1. They lead it 2-1 as we get ready for the middle period of regulation time. It was an interesting first period, a period that saw the home team dominate play, especially 5-on-5, in the end out shooting their guest from the SHL 11-5. Tappara scored the first goal. Patrick Virta putting away a nice feed from Christian Kusala at 4:13. But a power play in the final 7 minutes of the opening period led to an equalizer from Joakim Lidström. And then Albin Sundsvik got the critical final touch on a goal inside that last minute of the first period. And Skellefteå, second best for the most part in the first stanza, have themselves a 2-1 lead going to the middle frame. And yes, I mentioned it a moment ago, Tappara leads the group on 10 points. Skellefteå is next on 9 points. Lugano, taking on Ice Baron Berlin today, has 7 points. Berlin has 4. They have been eliminated. Tappara has already qualified for the next round. They're just trying to get that top spot and that preferred seed for the draw coming up on Friday. Second and third, well, big questions. In fact, first big question, let's be honest, that's the number one thing. Who's going to finish on top? But Tappara has assured themselves a playoff place. Skellefteå and HC Lugano trying to sort out the rest of who will advance from Group E. All on the line on the final day of the group stage. Skellefteå with that 1-goal lead as the second period begins. This Swedish side in the dark uniforms, and the bright orange for the home team from Finland. And into the Tappara zone it goes, but a little bit of misplay at the line. Offside is called as Philip Roos packed it in. His first full season in the SHL, was outstanding in the second tier Allsvenskan last year. Promising young player, 6'4". Philip Roos. Melker Karlsson at the face-off dot up against Kyle Platzer. Platzer gets it this time. It's off the boards into neutral territory. Sent ahead by Christian Tanus, who had a productive season in Liga last campaign. There's a chance in tight, and smartly handled by Lindvall as that one nearly snuck through between the arm and the hip. Ball's been very good this season, good in the game again today. Kudos with a couple of assists in the opening period, has it on its blade now. Ahead he goes, and through the neutral zone go the guests. Off the wing, Jonsson with the shot, and that's smartly snatched out of the air as Christian Heljenko makes the flashy glove save. Jonathan Jonsson, second year in the SHL, and an early chance there off the rush. It did not see a lot of that speed through the neutral zone from Skellefteå in period 1. I'll see that as a step in the right direction. Off the restart, off the window and down. Against the end boards, Lefty was there. He's a threat in this part of the ice. Puck sent back to the line. Freddie Austin walks to the middle, lets the shot go. It was slowed on the way. Kusala picks it up right out in front. Great vision, great playmaking from Kusala. We've seen it for years. He set one up in the first, nearly set up another there. Tappara buzzing, good work from this line. Lefty, Virta, Kusala. And the top trio doing what they do so well. Meanwhile, Oscar Nielsen trying to get possession for his side. Into the Tappara zone, but not deep. As far as center the other way it goes. Played right back in. The delayed offside is on. They'll have to tag up. And out comes Tappara. Trying to make a move off the right wing, but good work by Kapla defensively. Kapla now with a chance to steer things forward. In the Tappara zone it goes. Couple from each side up against the boards. Around to the line, held in. Rimmed low. Watching from that line is Kapla. He thought about going down the wall, didn't need to. Moller works after it on the wing. The far corner and along the boards. Moller. Down low, Kuhnackel rims it around. Comfortably at the line. This is something we didn't see much of from Skellefteå in period one. I'm in that attack zone and just wearing down the other team in the forecheck. Working to create the opening. These two teams know what's on the line. It's top spot in Group E. Hard to believe we're going to go from 32 teams to 16 already. The group stage has just flown by. So many entertaining games. Off the end boards. Two Skellefteå players in. They get possession to the line for Pudas. Flips it to the left. The shot sent towards the net. Deflects. And out of play it goes. Hans Forsfall, the 19-year-old, made his SHL debut last season, getting a chance to play somewhat regularly with the big team this year. Big team that's off to a nice start in the SHL with 6 wins against just 2 losses. A couple of wins since the Champions League success last week against Tappara. One at Timrå, another at Örebro. Outscoring the opposition a combined 6-2. 2-1 they lead in Finland. Long shot from the line. Elyanko watching carefully. Taken along the boards in the right circle. Shot was fanned on. Cleared, but they're quickly back after it. Up the middle of the ice. Physical in the neutral zone off the shoot-in. It's a different Skellefteå to begin the second period. Snatching it on the turnover. Set in the slot. Jansson was there. Held in the line. And behind the goal it goes. Centering effort hit the back of the net. And behind the goal they go. Jansson off the crease, but it's to the line instead. The long shot. And Elyanko points out that it's gone to the right wing boards. Back to line. Vielsby steps and blazes one just wide. Good work here in the attacking zone from Skellefteå. Trying to tack another one on, but Jansson has it poked away. Goes to Vielsby, the 4th round pick of the Nashville Predators. And then on the march again and smoothly between those blue lines. In behind the goal. Boog bumped to the boards. Jansson still out there. Send it to the line. Kapla across to the right. Long shot bouncing around. And Tappara will get to it. Kusala takes the hit but gets the clearance. Tables have turned in the early moments of period 2. Tappara seeing what they were doing up against them now in this second frame as the clearance comes from the youngster on the blue line, Hamra, out of the Czech Republic. Long drive, Lindvall attentive. In the corner they go. Stripped away, chance to clear, change of possession. Kusala had a teammate at the back door, knew it, just couldn't get it to him. And then Skellefteå guilty of an offside at that Tappara line. So a strong start to period 2 for the team with the lead. Skellefteå still up 2-1 in period 2.
So we got the cycle. Get the offensive cycle there. Keep moving the puck O-zone.
Det är ju ganska lite på utsidan då tycker jag, eller?
Ja. Etu lähtee.
Hakametsa Stadium, Tampere, Finland. And yeah, the physicality picking up a little in period 2. The pace picking up from Skellefteå. No change to the scoring. 2-1 after 1 for the SHL side. And it remains that way in the second period. Virta for the home team, Joachim Lidström and Albin Sundsvik for the guests. Lidström and Sundsvik each with 4 in CHL play already this season. As left sheet dishes. Tappara to the halfway stripe and shooting it in. Along the boards, left sheet looks to the line. There's a blast just wide of the mark as it changed course on the way. Quickly out of the D zone for Skellefteå. They like that. Nothing sustained up ice this time around. Tappara, long lead pass. Deflected in. Racing after Rauhala. He's taken down. 2 Liga titles with Tappara for Rauhala. And we've got a penalty coming up after that dash along the wall. 2 power plays in the first period, 1 for each team. Skellefteå scoring on their advantage. That's how they tied the game. And now the advantage will go to Tappara. You can see the one hand on the stick. Grabbing on and taking down his man was Forsskål. And Måns Forsskål goes to the box. An early period 2 advantage and a chance to swing the energy, the momentum of this one back in their favor. Somewhat the way that Skellefteå did in the first. Austin down the boards, deflected out in front. And not needing an invitation, Skellefteå quickly sends it down the ice. Skellefteå with a win and a loss on the road in the CHL so far. Both of Tappara's home games in the tournament have been decided in overtime, and they've taken them both. Now plenty of time to go on this manpower advantage. Looking for that 2-2 goal. Late cross ice, deflected. Ends up off the playing surface, so a chance to regroup for the 2 special teams units. As Melker Karlsson heads to the bench. 6 years with San Jose for him. Now in his second year back. See Jussi Tappala frantically writing down a game plan for his side. Never sure how many power plays are going to come your way. You want to take advantage when you can. Along the boards, it's Tanis. He goes low, gets it back on the wall, has a look up high, plays it there. No shot. Now the wrister knocked down on the way. A chance now for a break if they can get it ahead to Muller, and they do. Center lane drive, and he can't return the favor. Unable to get the puck to the middle of the ice. Possession back to Tappara. They'll sling it ahead on the right. Off the wing and then forced wide. No more than 40 seconds to go on the advantage. There's a long shot. Lindvall saw it all the way. Three orange shirts down low in the same area. They'll spread it out now. Along the boards it goes. Tanis low out front. Chip just wide. That was promising. Developed quickly. And turned over. And they'll delay a little. Will Skellefteå. Wisely from the wily veteran Kuhnhackl, and then shot in. That might just see Skellefteå through this Tappara advantage. As we get to 9 minutes played in period 2. Icing called against the home team, the power play to a close. So a key penalty kill there as Skellefteå maintains its edge. Skellefteå now 9 for 11 on the penalty kill in CHL play. That won't sit well with Otto Rauhala. Always pushing his team forward. Against Jansson at the dot, taken by the home team. Chipped on the near boards, but not out. There's a long shot. Pudas always thinking about creating some offense, sent it towards the cage. Now picked up in the corner and taken down. Referee was close by, didn't see anything he had a problem with. Play carries on, and now out front, the chance just off the doorstep and fired wide. Jonathan Jansson out in front. That one pushed to the side of the cage. Now there's a penalty coming. It's buzzing in the attacking end, paying off for Skellefteå. They'll get the extra skater out. Lindström down the boards. Handle below the goal line. Back to Lindström. That's Joakim Lindström. Far corner they play it. And backside, Pudas there, just couldn't settle it. Lindström. Back to Pudas. Pushed it forward, knocked down, and there's the whistle to stop the play as we get into the second half of the second period. And after a penalty kill, it's a power play for Skellefteå. Joni Tulola making his way to the box. Cross-checked his man to the ice off to the side of the goal, and that sort of thing being called more closely these days. Special teams, so often important in deciding outcomes. Got the scoring started for Skellefteå to tie it at 1 in the first. And now the power play presents them with a chance to extend their lead. Tulala didn't play in the first game between the two teams. Now he's going to sweat it out in the penalty box for a couple of minutes as Lindvall's out to handle. Clearance didn't work. Now he'll just leave it off behind the goal, and the power play will regroup from there. Pudas snapping it ahead. Zone entry accomplished. Right side for Moller. Oscar Moller into the corner, then back to line. Pudas ships it out to the left. From the left circle, played around. Joakim Lindström. Bouncer that got away from Pudas, and that allows Tappara to make a change. Still more than half the power play remaining. And you feel it's a critical one in this contest for top spot in the group. Back to line for Pudas. Out to the left, and from the circle, the shot, and Helyenko makes a nice grab. Had to work to find that puck with the body in front. Chase Howerluck got the shot away. And Helyenko reaches out, not for the first time, and shows a good glove hand. Howerluck takes the space he's given, lets it fly, and Helyenko looks around the screen and catches that one, headed for the far corner. He can be your best penalty killer, there's no question about that. Turned over at the line, racing after to break Tappara. They're in shorthanded, the shot and the save by Lindvall. Great work on the penalty kill. Leads to a glorious chance to tie the game, and Lindvall shining bright with an excellent stop. Got a .923 career save percentage in the SHL heading into the season. Gustav Lindvall. It was a great story. He's worked his way up through the leagues in Sweden from the third tier to the second tier. And one of the best in the SHL now, and he showed it there. Power play winding down. Backed at by Tappara. They'll go as far as the line, but not out. And that allows Skellefteå to stick around to the attacking end. Played to the line. Kapla spins and backhands. That was between teammates. Scooped up low as the teams get back to even strength. Off the edge of the crease. Drive from the circle. That sizzles wide. So each team with an advantage in the second, neither cashing in. Score still 2-1. Skellefteå as Elyanko is bumped into. Good turn here after the power play. Roos along the right side. Takes it across the ice. Angle effort. Interrupted on the way. Against the boards, Puhaka can't find an easy route out. Skellefteå keeps the heat on. Roos looking towards the line. He'll share it. And stepping up to get the shot away. A hard blast blocked by the defender, Salminen. And that one stung. Big play for the team. Tough one for him personally. He'll need a moment. And he'll get one as the teams hit a pause here in period 2 with Skellefteå holding on to that 2-1 lead.
On pieniä asioita, että se jää pyörimään tonne. Ja, Jonte, Huggen, Lirre, eller Karlsson. Vad är Jonte då? När ni cyklar där nere, ni gör jättebra spel runt sargen och det. Våga ha lite tålamod med trian sen när ni vinner pucken bakom mål. För jag tror att ni kommer kunna hitta det där insticken ni gjorde i ena bytet på trian. Jag tror att den finns för er. Ni har jättebra cycle, så jag tror ni kan hitta den ofta. Våga ha tålamod med honom.
Back in Tampere, 2-1. Skellefteå at the lead. See a little second period action. That was just before the break. The shot from Simon Robertson, stinging Saku Salmon and a couple of young players, one for each side involved in that sequence. And Salmon needing a moment to get up after the brave block. Albin Sundsvik's 4th of the CHL season has the team out in front. Visitors from Sweden lead at 2-1. Maybe playing with an added desperation. Tappara is assured of a spot in the next round. Skellefteå is not. They can finish anywhere from 1st to 3rd. And here they come back at it in just a little early on this right side. Karlsson. And the play halted. Albin Sundsvik having himself a great tournament and frustrated with the offside. I think he thought there was a real opportunity unfolding for his team. Tappara had lost 3 in a row in Liga until that offensive outburst on Saturday, dumping Ukraine 8-2. Jurta had a goal and 3 assists. He's got their goal in this game. They want some of that offense. Maybe they wish they would have saved a goal or 2 for this game. Nearing 6.5 to play in the second period. Shot from the line. All kinds of people in front of the goal. Puck caroms to the corner. Gobbled up and skating away. Tappara working it to neutral territory. Only laid it off to the right, didn't get anywhere. And out come the guests. Pudas with assists on both goals. Long shot off the rush. There's that glove hand again. Grabbed by Elyanko, and he will hold on. 21 saves on 27 shots before being taken out in the second period last week for Christian Elyanko. But if you watch the game, you know he was not to blame. He fought valiantly in the Tappara net and has made a couple of key stops in this one. Infall down at the other end has been exceptional. Good goaltending. Good matchup here between these teams from rival hockey countries. And it's one goal that separates them. Looking for more. Skellefteå on the move. Left corner out in front. Driving the net was Karlsson. And he was tied up just as he got to that key spot. Back the other way, Platzer. He leaves it off. The angle shot steered away. The defensive stick breaks things up. And then in the corner, they might need a little breaking up. Seppala coming together with Haraluk. Haraluk spent last season with the Vancouver Canucks. spending this portion of the second period fired up. Mikhail Seppala, who's been around a bit, last 5 years with Tappara and Liga, and a silver medal at the World Championship, and he won't be put off by that energy from Howrla. From the face-off, Kinnunen, long drive, just off the target. Swatted at by Kapla. They can't clear. Good stretch here for Tappara. They drive from distance, and Lindvall had to be careful. Really getting the feel now of a game involving two good teams with a big prize on the line. Back to the point, long shot. Lindvall's ready, stops it, can't hold on. Comes back to the point again. Kinnunen looks each way, opts for his right. There's someone backside ready, Virta, if they can get it to him. He gets it, but not in a shooting position, and then his pass forces them to retreat. Shot in by Kusala. Lindvall out to handle. Rimmed it around. Possession to the guests, though, or at least to the home side. Tight checking along the boards. Puck pried free. Kept in by Tappara. Their fans hoping for a late equalizer here in the second. Kusala lays the puck off. Trying to make a little room. They drive in from the line, but the attempt from the wing doesn't get through. Still buzzing in that offensive zone, wearing down the Skellefteå skaters. Skellefteå with a good start to the period, and in general have had a good second period on the road, but Tappara asserting itself here. Lindvall peering out to his left. Kinds of puck movement comes to Brady Austin. He gave it off, gets it back below the goal line. He'll skate nimbly away from some coverage. Austin, a big man, looking for a big play here. Backside, jammed in front. Lindvall to save, and then it flies up and out of play. Great work there by Tappara to create the chance. Lindvall read it well as it came to the backside, the weak side of things. And Skellefteå able to maintain the one-goal edge. Kinnunen put one to the target. Austin with that slick turn to get away. And to the far post he goes. They were there. Morley was jamming away. Moilanen there too, and they just couldn't get it past the outstretched Lindvall. Down low. Check jars the puck loose. Angle shot wide of the cage. Skellefteå needs to find a way out without taking a penalty, and they may have just done that. Taking the penalty, that is. Philip Roos went to the boards with his man, and then you saw the Tappara player down. And Roos talking to the official now. And this is what happens when you spend a lot of time defending. You get a little uncomfortable, you get out of position, you think somebody's got an edge on you. And you step over the line and put yourself down a man. So it's holding to Roos and a power play to Tappara. They're second in the period. And that's a power play that can score 8 power play goals in CHL play this season for Tappara. Playing with fire here, Skellefteå. Carlson out for the face-off for the defending team. And there's a cluster around the dot as the puck is dropped. Nielsen played it back, and it's belted the distance from Pudos. Good start, a chance short-handed, and that one almost stretches the lead to 2. How's that for unexpected? Seemed like the ice was tilted the other way over the last few minutes. Power play back to the attack. Into the Skellefteå zone. They don't stick around long. Skellefteå sharp to begin on the penalty kill. into the offensive zone. 5 skaters of Tappara against the 4 of Skellefteå, and again can't set up shop. Down the ice it goes. Moeller up ice pressure, making life difficult at the offensive end. Great place to kill a penalty. Spend your time down there and take those seconds off the clock. Possession to the short-handed team. This is ideal for Robert Olsson's side as we head in the final 2 minutes of period 2. Good work along the boards from Forsfjord. Got company there. Lots of orange jerseys around. To the line it goes. And on the half-boards right side. Watch carefully. Skellefteå taking care of the middle of the ice. Now a shot comes through. Around the wall, Virta. Steps off the boards. Nice exchange. It goes to the line. Right circle blast. That one very promising. Just can't put it away. Backdoor effort. There's a power play equalizer. Banged in off the stick of Levci. All the attention drawn to one side. Levci finishes on the other. And that brings the crowd to life at Hakametsä Stadium. All tied at 2. It's a 9th power play goal of the CHL campaign for Tappara. And it's a big one here in their push to win the group. Kept the pressure on. Tanus cross ice, and Levci, largely unattended, bangs it in the yawning cage. No chance for Lindvall. Levci leading the team in points in Liga with 9. And showing that he can get it done in the Champions Hockey League here with a big power play tally. Nice finish. But the feed came from Tanus. So Skellefteå took the lead late in the first period. Tappara's found a way to tie it here late in the second. Glorious opportunity develops there, though, for some late offense. Fired wide by Nielsen. Skellefteå gathering it behind their own goal. They need to be careful with it. It's turned over. Long shot. Lindvall saw it all the way and pushed it aside. Half a minute to go in the second period. All tied at 2 in Finland. Along the boards, Vilsby plays it down low. Loibel. Stefan Loibel to Vilsby, up the boards and out. Every second counts, every play counts here. With first place up for grabs in the group. Teams tied as the period winds down. Whistle stops the play. And isn't the stage just set perfectly for period number 3? Levci from Tanus and Tuulila. The tying goal at 18:42. And for Levci, that's 2 in CHL play so far this season. Seconds draining off the clock in the middle stanza. And there is the horn. 40 minutes complete at Hakametsä Stadium, and nothing separating these two teams. It's all tied at 2. In the game that could decide, that will decide top spot in Group B, the winner will take first place. Tappara is already assured of a spot in the round of 16, but they want that higher seed. Meanwhile, Skellefteå does not want to leave anything to chance. They know they can come away with a victory. They will finish in first and move on. The third period coming up in just a little bit, and it should be terrific with so much riding on the outcome of this one. Great to have you along. Enjoy the second intermission, the third period in minutes. Welcome back to Hakametsu Stadium in Tampere, Finland, as the third period is about to begin between Tappara and Skellefteå AIK. Finnish side hosting a Swedish side with top spot in Group E on the line. That's right, the winner of the group moves on to a preferred spot in the draw coming up on Friday, and that group winner will be determined by the outcome of this game. 2-1 Skellefteå leading it after one. Tappara with a tying goal late in the second on a power play. Anton Levci with his second of the competition, the team's scoring leader in Liga, with a big goal here in the CHL. So we're tied at 2 to start period 3, with the winner knowing they will finish in top spot in the group and have that preferred seed in the draw. The draw goes on Friday at noon Central European Summer Time. 16 teams, yes, just 16 advancing from the 32 will be in the draw. First place teams in Pot A, second place teams in Pot B. Teams from the same group stage group cannot meet in the round of 16. National clashes are possible. There's no country protection in the draw. In addition to the round of 16 pairings being set, the playoff tree will be in place, so potential paths to the final will be laid out. It's all coming up on Friday. Leading the way, CHL CEO Martin Baumann. So lots to look forward to once play is complete in the round of 32. You got this to enjoy, you got that to look forward to, and then, yes, playoffs in the CHL. Third period about to begin in Finland. Teams tied at 2. Tampere in the orange, and the dark jerseys worn by Skellefteå, currently sitting in second spot in the SHL. Either side wanting to be in second spot in this contest. They know what's riding on it. Teams at even strength to begin the period. Right side in the zone, Joakim Lidström had a goal in the last game between these teams, has one in this one, and looks for another as the netminder Heljenko makes a key stop. Chase Hauerluck has been a thorn in the side of Tappara in this game. Continues in that role. He's skilled, he's feisty. Can help your team gain an edge. Once a second round pick of the Florida Panthers. That was in 2014. Lindstrom looks out in front but fires it on the net. Hauerluck looking for a rebound, gets in there. He gets tangled up with Seppala. They've had a running thing going, and I don't think that's ending anytime soon. Face-off is won by Tappara. They'll go out to neutral ice quickly. With speed, they're across the line. Tanus, who set up the tying goal, tries for one on his own. Off the back of the net. Played around to the line. Kinnunen sent it forward. Pushed back the other way from Jonsson. It's out of the reach of Linus Karlsson. Back into the D zone for Kapla. Forward on the right, they will shovel it around. Hustling down the wing, good job to play it coming down from the point by Kapla. Active from the blue line. 21 points from defensemen coming into this game for Skellefteå. And Pudos has a couple of assists in this one. So not a big surprise to see Kapla active there. We're a minute and a half into period 3. Sent ahead looking for Vielsby. He couldn't pull it in. Icing is called, but there's a bit of a discussion following that whistle being blown. Let's see where they locate the face-off. Every bit of positioning on the ice matters. There's a tangle from Kapla with Bertrand. And no penalty called in the play. So Skellefteå dodging one there. Virta at the dot. Leubel pulled it back. That line of Leubel, Moller, and Kunackle put together in the absence of Adam Maskrin. If you missed it out due to a suspension today, is Maskrin. for an incident in an SHL game at the weekend. And this line working against that top line. Tappara. Nothing to separate the teams early in the second. It should be said the shots are 20-10 in favor of Tappara, who've had the edge 5-on-5, in particular in the first period. Skellefteå had a good spell at the start of the second period. Haven't been able to get a lot of pucks to the net. Tappara trying to find a way to get on top. Shot from distance. Down went the netminder Lindvall. It didn't get to him. And the home side forced back into its own end. Saku Salminen there. Former captain in the youth program at Tappara is Salminen. On the near side boards. Chipped ahead but knocked down. Nicely played by Vielsby. They'll get as far as center. Vielsby supporting on the play. Wanted to shoot it in. But he was denied the entry, and Tappara will start forward. Albeit under some forechecking pressure. That's better from Skellefteå. D to D at the Skellefteå line. Bumped off the wall and in. Elyanko out of the net. Just about got run into. Puck makes its way back out to neutral territory. 6-1 last week. Skellefteå with a big first period. Had a 4-1 lead at the opening break. Added a couple more in the second. Won it by 5, setting up this first place showdown. Much different game today. The home team with 5 wins in 11 games in the domestic league, but suffering its first loss in the Champions Hockey League just last week. While Skellefteå climbing into the first place mix with that victory a week ago, but playing strong at home with 6 wins and 2 losses in SHL action. Most recently after the win against Tappara last week. Success versus Timrå and Örebro. Here they come, looking for something on the road in the Champions Hockey League, and the save by Elyanko. Forced a kick stop. Back into his own zone, Jonathan Pudas. Good at the offensive end, trying to shine at the defensive end. But the heat cranked up. There's a penalty coming here against Tappara. Something untoward on that forecheck. You saw the man go down. And a penalty coming up, a power play on the way for Skellefteå. Tender out, extra skater is on. Down the wing they go. Moller to the middle, took the shot. Turned away by Elyanko. That will bring about the whistle, stopping the play. Charles Bertrand heads to the box early in this third period. Trip is the call. Power play 3 in the game for Skellefteå. And the head coach, Jussi Tappala, with something to say to the referee. He feels his team's got a bit of a raw deal. Saw that non-call a few moments earlier. And then this is called. From the face-off, Hauerluck to the middle of the ice. Slides it out to the right. Takes a spot in the left circle. Hauerluck lurking there. Lindstrom on the right side. Lindstrom goes back to the line. The pass too hard to reel in for Pudas. He'll go back into his own end. Just getting going on the advantage. 4th all-time scorer in SHL play. Joakim Lindstrom. Out to the right it goes. Pudas steps up in the action. Back to the line. Lindstrom down the boards. Holds and plays. Gets it back. Scored from that area earlier. Pudas at the line. Hauerluck. Lindstrom, they're on the perimeter with it. They want to break through. Here's a shot just wide on that far side. And the whistle stops the play as the puck left the playing surface. Trying to find that fine line between staying patient, not forcing things, but also challenging that defending four. Lindstrom with the shot there, and It leads to the stoppage in play after being deflected. Leubel in front, providing the screen. Still more than half the power play ahead of Skellefteå, as they scoot back in their own end to retrieve the puck. Around the boards for Oscar Nielsen, last 5 years with Frisk Asker in Norway. Played off the end boards. And now they exit up that right side to center, shooting it in on the man advantage. Extra player there to try and help them win the race. Got to recover that puck, but look at Tappara. More numbers, outworking them, and away they go. Rauhala sliding it in deep. This is impressive stuff on the penalty kill from the home team. Certainly gained momentum from a good penalty kill in a game like this, at a time like this. And here they go, 2-on-1. Short-handed, driving the net. It's in front, and Lindvall follows it across and keeps it out. Not a strong power play from Skellefteå. And in the end, they're fortunate not to have gone down by a goal. The teams are back at full and even strength. Just more than 7 minutes played in this critical third period, all tied at 2 in Finland, with the winner of the game winning Group E. Tappara's already qualified for the next round, but they want that top spot as it comes to Lindvall. Well, Skellefteå can finish anywhere from first to third. That's how much there is to play for as this period unfolds.
No niin hei, hyvä tappo jätkät. Hyvä tappo, sitten lisää kaasua vaan. Yksi kerta peliä, kiekot tonne syvään ja sitten vaan työvaihde päälle.
Då kan vi skydda pucken. Passa till mig, men också backdoor, att han skyddar på backen så tidigt. Kolla med...
Jocke, vi får ju som inget pucktempo. Det blir bara helt stillastående. Frågan är om vi ska dra Steff bakom mål. Alltså, bara för...
Kan han lira? Tar en titt, hittar en Jace tillbaka.
But look at the shorthanded chance from just a moment ago from, of all people, Patrick Virta, the danger man, one of them at least for Tappara. He knows how to make things happen the offensive end. Scored in the last game between these teams, scored in this game to get the scoring started in the game. Just couldn't put it away there. 2-2 it remains. Skellefteå winners of 3 of their last 4 CHL contests, trying to find a way in this one, but it's Tappara at the offensive end to the side of the net. Kusala jammed it to the cage. Skellefteå using their skates a little there in the defensive zone, but able to get it out. Comes back the other way, and a whistle stops the action. Last time on the road for Skellefteå, way back at the end of August. Won 5-3 in Berlin. Dealing with life on the road here and a close call as it came to Kusala, and he found a way to get it to the net. Lindvall alert to the danger. 4 consecutive wins in the CHL to get things started for Tappara heading into this home and home with Skellefteå. All square now. The history not significant, all about the present as this one plays out. Kudos back in his own end. Did well to get away from the checking. He's got 2 on him now, though. That's tough to deal with. Tappara works it off the boards, right out in front, bouncing around, and Lindvall was there to push it to the side. Chipped ahead by Skellefteå. Icing waved off. To start a forecheck here, they spent more time in their own end in this game than they would have liked. 8.5 played in the third. Cluster of bodies in the corner. Can they pry it free? It'll come loose. Skellefteå looking to center it. Moller was there. He's tied up. Carlson jumps up, sends it backhand wide. to the line. Kaplan. And stepping up, Vielsby gets around a check. He's hooked. Play stops. And we've got a penalty coming. Holding indicated by the referee. And it's Bertrand for the second time in the period. And this is the fourth power play of the game for Skellefteå. 1 for 3 so far. That first power play goal, Joakim Lindström's 1-1 goal from Hauerluck and Pudas at 13:36 of the first. And there it is, as you saw the hand get tangled up with Vielsby, who did a nice job to kind of almost pin that to his hip, ensuring the referee would see it. So here we go, tied at 2 in the third. And Skellefteå to the power play once again. Now that last power play was not a bright spot for them. In fact, Tampere more dangerous. So let's see if the confidence returns for Skellefteå, or if that PK earlier in the period's got Tappara in a bit of a groove. Either way, the important part of the period, right off the face-off, comes to the right circle, deflected in front. And Elyanko is there. Another 2-on-1 short-handed. Tappara in, shoots right over top of the net. Skellefteå will be really disappointed to allow odd man rushes when on the power play. Did it earlier in the period, did it there. Working in across the line. Leubel dropped it on. He's pushed to the boards, around for Lindström. Left side it goes, Hauerluck. To the side of the cage, Leubel into the right circle, Lindström. Pudas at the line. Hauerluck had to stretch for that, now a catch up to it, took a shot. Puck still in the zone. To the line, Pudas, Hauerluck. Pudas, Lindström, shoots, good stop. Rebound scooped up by Hauerluck. Better on the power play here. Lindström. Pudas with the drive, scores! It's a power play goal, and Skellefteå have the lead. Second power play goal of the game. And the SHL side, pushing to secure top spot in the group, have themselves the edge as this third period moves along. Charles Bertrand in the box for the second time in the period. This time, it really hurts. The last one killed off, this one resulting in the goal. They're going to take a look at it. See if there was anything going on in front, as you get a glance here at Leubel going by Elyanko. You don't see the goaltender's head move much. You don't see a huge reaction, except for a little arm wave at the end. You don't see a big whipping back of the head or the shoulders as if the contact was significant. Did have a goal disallowed back in the first period for contact with the netminder. That was down at the other end. So what will the ruling be here? And look at the players looking on. They know what's riding on this game. Pudas going to play it cool, heads over to the bench to take a seat. He's got a couple of assists. Not concerned about those personal numbers. He wants his team to go up 3-2, and they do not. The goal is disallowed. So one disallowed at either end. And the teams remain tied. And Robert Olsen wants an explanation. So he gets a word from the referee here. And that's what coaches want. They want communication. They want understanding. They want to know so they can educate their players. They also want to know so that they understand the referee's perspective. And there's that ongoing relationship between coaching staff and officials as well, where the coaches try to find a way to gain an upper hand of some sort. Still 56 seconds to go in the power play. Still tied at 2 in this significant third period. Feels like the playoffs already in the Champions Hockey League. Puck to center ice. Now into the Tappara zone. Lindstrom's there, couldn't reel it in. Fired ahead and into the Tappara bench. Well, 2 home games in the Champions Hockey League for UC Tappala's side have led to 2 overtime victories. And you wonder if we might be headed in that direction here. Virta in for the face-off. Up against Jonsson. And Tappara will win it. Rimmed around and down, and those face-offs in the D zone so key, especially when you're down a man. Fired ahead on the left. Jonsson couldn't pull it in cleanly, and that's a whistle and an icing call against Skellefteå, who won't love the way their power play has been able to deliver here in the third period. A couple of man advantages, and saw the goal waved off a moment ago. Had some puck movement, but it's been perimeter. Not nearly as much to the net as they would have liked. They've given up odd man rushes with the extra skater. Been forced to regroup. Now the icing call. Ten seconds remaining in the 5-on-4. In the neutral zone. Now in across the line. Nielsen goes around the opposite side. Now they play below the goal line. The team's back to even strength. Bertrand out of the box. Puts a little pressure on. Heads over to take a seat. Skellefteå at Växjö on Thursday in league play. Next up, HIFK Helsinki on Thursday in Liga action for Tappara. It's a long ways away at this point. Furthest thing from their minds. The winner of this game finishes in first in the group. Lugano at Eisbären Berlin, the other game in the group. That one just nicely into the first period. Lugano has the tiebreak on Skellefteå as it comes to the netminder Lindfall, and he'll stop the play. And we read in the press out of Sweden coming into the game, Robert Olsen expecting Lugano to win that game against Berlin. Doesn't want to leave anything to chance here. It's a must win as far as he's concerned. Now that's not technically true, but that's the mindset of his group. 2-2 tie, winding our way through the third period. There's the coach. SHL and CHL titles with Frölunda. Now guiding Skellefteå with a great track record of success in the Champions Hockey League. They've never missed out on the playoffs. The only year that they weren't in the playoffs was the only year they didn't qualify for the tournament, which was in 17-18. 2-2. 8:05 to go in the third. Virta and Levci with the first and last goals in this game. Goals for Tappara, sandwiched in between Joachim Lindstrom and Albin Sensvik. So the team split 4, and there's a penalty coming up here, and you hear a sarcastic jeer from the crowd at Akametsa Stadium. They've wanted some power play time of their own for Tappara, and they're going to get some here in the third period with a chance to go in front.
Håller bara på insidan här liksom, att vi kliver här. Får de åka med pucken här ute. Håller vi oss bara på insidan. Ja, först ska du göra, så får de bara knacka tillbaka här i så fall. Med starka insidan. Och så vridningen på killen i mitten här nu. Huvudvridningen på killen.
Here, then it's all open here. And so Chris says here.
You want to come up and find some ice?
No, here, and then, yeah. And then Chris says will reach here.
Petter Granberg predictably doesn't like the call, but it's cross-checking right there. And he goes to the box here in period 3. It's power play 4 in the game for Tappara. 1 for 3 so far. 9 power play goals as they play game 6 of their CHL schedule. They have been sharp with the extra attacker, and they've got it here. Tulala dished it down the wall. Levchi sends it low. Back for Levchi, escapes him. Tulala at the line. He's watched by Carlson. Good stick from Melker Carlson. He's going to break free. Carlson ahead towards the net. Plays it out in front. And they don't get a shot. Promising surge that doesn't lead to an attempt on goal. Back the other way. Levchi. Watched by Carlson. Good work here on the PK from Carlson. Couple of great interventions. He's got to be tired now as this shift goes on. He's been down the ice and back. At the point, Tulala scores! Joni Tulala! A go-ahead power play goal in period 3 for Tappara Tampere. Granberg out of the box, shaking his head. That power play that's been so good for Tappara clicks again. Their second power play goal of the game, their 10th in the CHL, and it whizzed over the shoulder of Lindvall. Tulala steps into that one-timer, and it's a 3-2 lead. Tappara hasn't led since 1-0. All they care about now is they are in front. Tulala didn't play in the first leg of this home and home. He's got a big one here. Lots of time remaining on the clock. Skellefteå will be aware of that. So the teams get back to even strength. The game not even anymore. Tulala from Tanus and Platzer. Tanus having himself a game. He's got a couple of critical assists on the power play. Works along the boards. Down low, 6.5 to play in the third. Watching carefully, Vielsby. Vielsby pins his man to the wall. Puck comes free. Forced ahead and now striding through neutral ice and down the wing, Kunako. Slowed up, pocket picked. Tappara gets possession back. Skellefteå trying to find a way to sustain some time at the offensive end to generate some quality scoring chances and up their odds of leveling this game, even going ahead. Remember, the team that wins the game finishes in first. Also remember, Skellefteå does not have the tiebreak on Lugano. So they're a little vulnerable should they not come out on top. Lindvall out of the goal. Wall of orange to try and get through for Skellefteå. Puck played ahead. Now they're into the offensive end. Jonathan Jonsson cross ice. Collected along the boards. Some time to survey, but the lead pass is knocked down by Merila. And Valtteri Merila, first year with Tappara, got his team into safer ice. Playing behind the Skellefteå net. Less than 5 minutes to go in the third period. Dangerous opportunity developing here, and that one just caught the outside of the cage. Tappara trying to seal the deal. They look for some insurance here in the third. Pusala helping them to get a cycle going and wear time off the clock at the very least. They're not giving up chances, and the seconds are draining away for Skellefteå. 4.5 to go in the third. 2-1 to the Swedes after 20, 2-2 after 2. Now Tappara by a goal as the third winds down. Tappara's best performance in the Champions Hockey League, the round of 16. 5 times they're assured of a spot there. They want to go better than that this season, and finishing in first might help set up the draws. There's a collision at that Skellefteå line. Is this going to lead to a penalty? Sundsvik upended as his leg was caught, with Salonen heading for the puck. There's a conversation going on here. Samuel Salonen protesting, discussing at length, but he is going to the box for tripping on Sundsvik. So a power play that has disappointed for Skellefteå in some regards in this game will now be put to the test once again with so much on the line. Here's the opportunity developed just prior to the whistle on the penalty. Lindvall with the angle covered, the chance for not. So it's power play 5 in the contest for Skellefteå, and they desperately need one of these to work in the right circle for Lindstrom. Back to the line, Pudos. Lindstrom in that bumper spot is Moeller. Down low it goes. Leubel, Hauerluck on the left wing. Into the circle. Cross ice Lindstrom, better shooting position. Slung one just wide there. Around for Hauerluck. Below the goal line, it'll find Lindstrom. Pudos at the point. Rims it low, Leubel couldn't reel it in. Hauerluck after it very quickly. Couldn't retain control, so they'll have to go back to neutral territory. Lots of time still on the power play and in the third. With just one goal separating the clubs. Tappara finding a way to come up with it. Quickly up ice, we've seen this before shorthanded, and another thrust down a man. Several in the contest for Tappara while shorthanded. Virta confidently playing the puck off. Less than 1 minute to go on the advantage. Bealsby back in his own end, the Nashville Predator draft selection. Sweeps the puck up the ice. Now some speed for Skellefteå on the entry. They'll take it to the line. Left side one-timer, missed the net. Pudos was there, just couldn't hit the mark. It'll go back to the point. Pudos again, winds, fires. Elyanko with the block, still going. Kept into the line, Bealsby quickly to the right. Into the slot, there's a shot from Carlson. Couldn't find the target. Best power play for Skellefteå in some time. They don't cash in. The net is empty. The puck slides to the cage. It hits the outside. Still in the crease. Desperation time. They know first place goes to the winner of this one. Teams are back at even strength, but the extra skater is on for Skellefteå. At the line, the long shot, Elyanko with the blocker. Just 1:37 to go in the third. Nielsen there trying to jar it loose. Around the far side, just beyond the reach of the Skellefteå skater heading back for it, Jonathan Janssen. 80 seconds to play in the third. Tappara by 1. Stays like this, they take the group. And Skellefteå left to see what happens elsewhere. Empty net, there's a shot. And it's 4-2 for Tappara. Two goals here in the third period. 3 straight in the game. And the home side looks like it's on its way to top spot in Group E. They've had the upper hand 5-on-5 in the game. They've been dangerous on the penalty kill. They've got a couple of power play goals. And it looks like they've got themselves a gigantic 3 points here. Right down the middle of the ice and put away. Nothing that Moeller could do, playing netminder for a moment. And Sami Moilanen, gold at the under-18 and under-20 World Championships. Western Hockey League title in U20 play in Canada. In 2017, he was a member of the Seattle Thunderbirds then in the Western Hockey League. And he puts one away here. Tappara with a 4-2 lead. Robert Olsen drawing things up for the final stages of this third period, but he knows his team almost in need of a miracle finish. Moilanen from Rauhala. And it's almost done for Tappara. 68 seconds on the clock. Goals have to come and come quickly for Skellefteå. Pushed ahead for Lindström. He deflected the puck in deep. Comes around that far corner. Tappara hungry to catch up to it and clear. Remember, they're now down a skater with the netminder Lindvall on the bench. 45 seconds to play. Time certainly the enemy for Skellefteå now. Below the goal line, out in front, point blank chance, and Helyenko makes a good save with Oscar Moller. In a grade A spot and just unable to direct it by the netminder. Just when it seemed like Skellefteå wasn't going to present any threat, Moller gets loose, just a stride or two away from Kusala. And a good save there from Helyenko. Six skaters against 5. 2-1 Skellefteå after 1, 2-2 after 2. Tappara with a pair here in the third. Power play goal and then the empty netter. And it might just be enough. It looks like it's going to be enough to get them first place. Moller along the boards. Puck squirts free, chipped out of the zone and down. Back after it they go, and it's all but secured now for Tappara. Crowd at Hakametsa Stadium appreciative as their team has come in facing a stern challenge, a big test, but also a big opportunity, and they seize that opportunity, celebrating the victory. Smile on the face of UC Tappara. His team bouncing back from its first Champions Hockey League loss a week ago versus Skellefteå to pick up a clutch victory on home ice. 3 wins in 3 games at home for the Finnish side. 2 goals in the third period taking care of it as they down their guests from Sweden 4-2 and secure top spot in the group. 3 regulation time wins plus, three regulation time wins plus 2 overtime wins and a loss. Tappara with 13 points, and no one will catch them now. They are the top team in Group B. Skellefteå on 9 points, 2 better than Lugano. Lugano playing against Berlin, and remember, Lugano with the tiebreak on Skellefteå. So now it's a nervous wait for the team from the SHL. They'll have to see what happens in the other game to see if they get a chance to play on and be a part of that draw when the draw comes on Friday. Big performance from Tappara as they get it done on home ice. 4-2 the final score. For everyone who works to bring you Champions Hockey League play, my name is Mitch Peacock. So long, until next time.
Jussi Tapola, onneksi olkoon voitosta. Mitä sanot ottelusta?
No tultiin hyvin tuohon ensimmäiseen erään, että saatiin sitä asioita tonne kentälle, mitä haluttiinkin. Ja tietysti harmittavat maalit vastustajalle, ei niitä montaa paikkaa ollut, mutta just pomppi niistä paikoista sisään. Tietysti tiedetään toi Lindströmin ylivoimataito, että hän hienosti katsoi siinä ohjuria, ampui etuyläkulmaa. Se oli hienosti tehty maali, mutta toi toinen oli harmittava pomppu. Mutta toisaalta kun me oltiin hyvässä latingissa ja tiedettiin, että kun me jatketaan tuollaista peliä, niin kyllä meillekin tulee ne paikat ja siinä mielessä oli niin kuin hieno voitto.
Ainakin pelaajien keskuudesta tuli sellaista viestiä, että edellisestä Skellefteå-ottelusta jäi aika pahastikin hampaankoloon, niin kuinka makea tämä voitto nyt oli päävalmentajan näkökulmasta?
No se on aina niin kuin hienoa, että joukkueelle jää semmoista pientä kiukkua siitä, että jos häviät pelejä ja häviät vielä tommosilla numeroilla, niin se vähän tuntuu vielä sisällä ja halutaan näyttää. Ja sitähän tämä huippu-urheilusta on kysymys, että sä voit yhden kerran epäonnistua ja pelata huonosti, mutta sitten seuraava päivä pitää olla taas parempi ja tänään osoitettiin taas sitä.
Tappara siis jatkoon lohkon voittajana. Miten paketoisit alkulohkon?
No jos aletaan alkulohkoa, Berliin, Lugano, Skellefteå, Tappara, niin kyllä mä sanon, että siinä on Eurooppa-tasolla ihan niin kuin huippulohko ja ehkä jopa näistä lohkoista kovin. Ja saatiin hyvä startti siihen silloin elokuussa, kun pelattiin niitä pelejä. Ja hienoa, että pystyttiin tämmöinen lohko voittaa ja nyt katsotaan sitten, minkälainen vastustaja tulee seuraavaksi, että nyt ei ole kuin huippujoukkueita enää jäljellä.
Kiitos paljon.
Hyvä, kiitos.
Coach Olsson, a win would have been much needed for you guys. How would you sum up the game?
We didn't perform as we wanted here tonight. I think we didn't came out as we wanted, but we worked our way in there. So our second period was better than our first, and I think we got an opportunity to win the games in the power play. But our power play wasn't that good. But I thought that we scored on one of those power plays, and our guy said he never touched the goalie, and I couldn't see it up on the screen either. So it was a big, tough judgment there for us. I thought we scored 3-2 in that situation, but we did not, unfortunately. But overall, I don't think we performed that we wanted. Our passing game wasn't there. Our battling game wasn't there either. So we was not what we wanted tonight.
Yeah, Tappara had a lot of 2-on-1s and even one breakaway opportunity when you guys were playing power play. So I think that's not something as a head coach you want to see.
No, exactly. I think we did a poor passing game there on a power play, and mostly of the time it ended up with Tappara getting 2-against-1s in our end zone. So it wasn't sharp, it wasn't good. So our passing game, like I told you, it wasn't good.
So you have to wait for tomorrow's score to know what happens to you guys. I think that's right. So let's say you make the playoffs. What needs to improve the most?
I think we need to perform better than this. Mostly 5-5, 5-4, pretty much everything tonight. We didn't perform well, so pretty much everything.
Thank you.
What a goal! Oh my goodness! What an attempt that is! And the pocket, they score!